Do you hit shots on the golf course which curve too much to the left or too much to the right and miss target? Well, today we're going to show you 3 ways in your downswing that you can control the club face for much straighter shots. So welcome back to the Forest of Arden. Thank you for joining me here. If this is one of your first videos, I'd love you to be a subscriber to my channel. There are videos coming each and every week on a variety of different topics within the game of golf, helping you play some better golf and enjoy your time on the course a little bit more. Usual stuff is down below, comments box, like button, and down there as well is a subscription link, as well as one at the end of the video. So you're a golfer who on the course is hitting shots which miss target through curve. So that could be curving to the right or curving to the left. Now, when we have that curve, it can very often be a couple of different reasons. It could be that the club path is not straight, and relative to that club path, the club face is not in agreement with it. And what we're going to tackle today in this video is specifically the club face, which will give you straighter shots. Those shots might not necessarily be at your target. They might be a little bit right, a little bit left, but straighter shots are usually easier to play with. So the first thing would be, if the club face is not controlled as well as it could be through the golf swing, we would need to check the grip. How are your hands placed on the golf club? That can make a huge difference to where that golf club is pointed. If my hands are rotated too much away from the target, this way, that would be classed as a strong grip. The golf club is more likely to be closed. If my hands are rotated towards the target too much, that would be a weaker grip, and the club face is more likely to be open through the golf swing. A really simple drill that you can do to test your grip is hold the golf club in one of your hands. So I'm going to hold it in my lead hand. I'm going to hold just above my elbow, and I'm going to see how much I can rotate that golf club in either direction. So you'll notice that those grooves are vertical. As I rotate it one way, I can pretty much get those grooves horizontal. And if I rotate it the other way, again, I can get it around about horizontal. If I move my golf grip into a really strong position and do that little exercise, what you'll notice is I can rotate the golf club excessively in one direction but not very far in the other direction. So there's a mismatch there. So where would the middle of those two movements be? Well, it'd probably be somewhere here, and that would be an excessively closed face. So you can do that with both hands as well. You can do it with your lead hand and your trail hand, and that's a great way for you to test whether your grip is neutral. We would like it to be fairly neutral for most golfers. If it isn't, the club face is not going to be neutral through the swing, and we have to make some compensations. So the first way that we can really help control that golf club is by having the grip a little bit more neutral, tweaking it a little bit to get it towards more of a neutral position. So let's say we've now got that perfectly neutral grip. The second way that we control the golf club in the golf swing is through what we call wrist angles. Notice how if I hold my bottom of my forearm, notice how I can twist that golf club quite considerably through a closed position and an open position just by how I'm using my wrist. This is what I'm going to class as a cupped wrist. This is what I'm going to class as an arched or a bowed wrist. So a bowed wrist is going to close the face, and a cupped wrist is going to open the face. And we can do those with a neutral grip. So even if that first point, you've got that absolutely perfectly neutral grip, we can still open the face and close the face through a wrist which is bowed or extended. So what would we like? Well, we would like the wrist to be pretty flat, so kind of somewhere in between those two. So the back of my lead hand and the back of my forearm are pretty much matching. And what that's going to do is it's going to put that club face into a fairly neutral position. Again, a little bit of an experiment. You can almost rotate the club one way, rotate it the other way, and again, just find that kind of happy medium. That flat wrist gets that club face into that nice neutral position. So we've now got grip and we've got wrist angles. There's one other way that really we see golfers controlling the club face through the downswing, and that's actually just through skill. So not really any technical information, just an ability to change where that golf club is pointing. So if I take my starting position, place my hands on the club, I have the ability to move the club into different positions. So, you know, if I was to start with the club face excessively open, so pointing out to the right, take my normal grip, through skill, I can still deliver that club face and make it go left. So I controlled the club face through skill. There was no real technical thoughts as to what I did. I just knew the club face was open and I started to rotate it and close it down. So when we're looking at using skill to change club face position, there are little exercises we can do. I would love you to practice setting up on a driving range or a practice area, aligning the club face and your body to a target, and just making some little golf swings and delivering the club face excessively open. Balls are going to go right, excessively closed, balls are going to go left, trying to find something in between, balls are going to go pretty straight, and you're developing your skill and your ability to control that club face. The best golfers in the world, trust me, have huge amounts of skill. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. They can control the club face through skill to a ridiculously high level. And very often when you see them hit different shapes, left to right to left, it is through skill as opposed to any technical changes they're making. They're just knowing that they're aiming left and they're just going to leave the club face a little open, it's going to drift back to the right. So really, developing your skill in practice as well as working on the grip and the wrist positions are great ways to really control your club face. And if you are that golfer hitting shots on the course which curve offline, the 3 things that we've covered in this video can really help you hit more solid golf shots, straighter golf shots, longer golf shots, and ultimately that's going to result in lower scores and a little bit more fun on the golf course. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that video has given you some information which might be new, might be helpful to you, and I hope that results in some lower scores. If it does, I would love to hear your comments down below. And as we said right at the start, if you're not a subscriber, I would love you to join the community and we can help you play some better golf this year. Just click that logo over there and you will be a subscriber. You won't miss another video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.